Hello, theater friends. To get this whole audition material suggestion thing started, I've actually pulled some from the Ask blog I run on Tumblr. Yes, I am on Tumblr. Yes, you should go follow me. And so I'm going to go over those. Our first suggestion request is for the role of Crutchy in a semi-local production of Newsies. Now, this person didn't give me any sort of age range or vocal range, but I'm assuming that they can, sing Crutchy's part if that's the role they're going for. So, for the role of Crutchy, I would look at Top of the World from Tuck Everlasting, which, while it is a duet, can easily be sung as a solo. Go the Distance from Hercules or Out There from Hunchback. Out There can be a little overdone in some professional markets, but since this is a semi-local production, I'm assuming it's more on the community end, and so it completely gets a pass. Our next one is somebody auditioning for Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors. Their range is from E3 to A5. I've actually done Little Shop twice now. It was the very first show I was ever cast in at my little 17-year-old self in the ensemble with nothing to do and pneumonia for 3 of the 9 shows. So for Audrey, I would recommend Notice Me Horton from Seussical. Disneyland from Smile is great if you want something that's a little less familiar, but still has that wistful, dreaming, Disney-esque feel. Fly Fly Away from Catch Me If You Can. It really fits the doo-woppy style of Little Shop. Mark Shaman is just really great at emulating the 1950s for some reason. Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid, either the movie key or the show key. Show key is a little higher, but it really just depends on whichever fits your voice. But Part of Your World is practically the same song as Somewhere That's Green. Listen to one, listen to the other, and then you'll see what I mean. One that may be a little high for this person, but it's still really great, is My Big French Boyfriend from Toxic Avenger. It's another very doo-woppy, Motowny sort of sound. Come to think of it, Someday from The Wedding Singer would also fit that. Those are my suggestions for Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors. Right, my final, somebody who's given me an either or. They're looking at trying for Baker's Wife or The Witch in Into the Woods. They are an alto/mezzo with a relatively strong belt. They say that they were originally thinking of Whistle Down the Wind as a song for Baker's Wife, but wanted a couple of more up-tempo options. Now, I really like Into the Woods. I have yet to be able to do it, but it's one of those shows where I would play literally any female character and be so happy. So for Baker's Wife, I would recommend Another 100 People from Company. If you can get the patter, and if you know you will have an accompanist who can play it, which if you're auditioning for Sondheim, you likely will. I Am Trash for Passion, which is it's more of an operetta really. It's a lesser known Sondheim piece from the 90s. And it's depressing and beautiful, but the song Loving You is very similar to Stay With Me, so that would be a great song for The Witch. Growing Up Part 1 from Merrily We Roll Along is another bit of song that just reminds me very much of Into the Woods. If you listen to No More, it's very similar. And keeping with that Merrily We Roll Along thread, the song Now You Know, which I believe is actually in the SMTA Mezzo Belter 3 book. It is a great piece to show off your belt. It's not super duper high, but it very much fits with the sort of growing up existentialist vibe that Into the Woods has. All right, so that is it for these suggestions. If you have an upcoming audition and would like my input, go ahead and leave me a comment, shoot me a message, send me a video with your range, the show you're auditioning for, what character you want, if you're going for any character in specific. If you're having trouble cutting music, you can also say, hey, I want to do this song, but I have no clue how to get a good 16 out of it. Then you could also shoot me that. If you just want a bit of advice on, this is my first audition, what do I do? You can write that in. I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have with my, 10 years of knowledge. Anyway, yeah, I've been doing theater for 10 years, if you count when I started auditioning and doing the tech side of things. I'm old. Alright, I'll see you next time, theater friends. Bye.